Now, this number expressed as equivalent fraction with the rational denominator root 2, okay, it is here, root 2 out of root 2 plus root 3 minus 5. So expressing it as a fraction which is having a rational denominator, it means they want you to remove these roots down here. You put them up. So that here you get a figure which is a whole number like 1, 2, 3, but not having these roots. So we say that the fraction is having a rational what? Denominator. But now, this denominator now is not rational. It is irrational because of these roots. But when these roots go away, when you take them up, we shall create what we call a rational denominator. So how do we do that? So I had already written this, which is the question. Then remember in O level what we used to call the conjugate. So you look for the conjugate. So how do you get the conjugate of this? It is a matter of changing the signs. So the denominator here, we're having a plus here and a minus here. So our conjugate here, the signs will change. So since this one is a plus, now multiplying the conjugate, remember the conjugate, you multiply it down and up. So what will be the conjugate? The conjugate here will be, now it will be root 2. Then since it was a plus, it will be a minus. And since this one was a minus, it will now be a plus. I think that's why the confusion was. So the rest you can continue and do. Because now after getting the conjugate, then it now becomes normal. So the conjugate, you multiply it down and multiply it up also. So times root 2 minus root 3 plus root 5. So you see that? So what will be the next step? So the next step here will be, now multiplying this one up. Then remember this is multiplication. You multiply the denominator, the numerator alone, and then the denominator alone. So when I multiply through, I'll be having root 2 into what? Into this one, root 2 times this, root 2 into 2 minus root 3 plus root 5 out of now this one into this one into this. So this one will be root 2 plus root 3 minus root 5, all of it into this one, root 2 minus root 3 plus root 5. Yeah, so that is where we are. So this one we do multiplication as usual. So as usual we shall have root 2 times root 2 times root 2. We get 2, isn't it? The roots go away. Because remember when you're having root 2 times root 2, so we'll be having root of 2 times 2, which is root of 4. Then you have the answers 2. So that is it. So all those steps, I expect you to be knowing them in your head, because we shall not go into this. So you'll be knowing it that when you get root 2 times root 2, these ones go. So the same as when you're having, let's say, root a times root a. So it's the same as a. Okay? It's the same as a. Now, we move on. So here we have 2, and then minus. What is root 2 times root 3? So root 2 times root 3, we shall multiply 2 times 3, and we get what? We get 6, isn't it? Then plus root 2 times root 5, you get root what? Root 10. Because like I did here, you multiply these two. So after getting 2 times 3, it is all under root. Then 2 times 5, it is 10 under root. Then out of, now this one, in order for us to simplify our life, we shall use what you call difference of two squares. Remember the difference of two squares in O level. Difference of two squares, when you're having a squared minus b squared, this one is the same as what? These are the difference. These are two squares, then the difference. is the same as what? A plus B. Then also A minus B, isn't it? So when I come here, I will see this one is root 2 plus root 3. Okay, so here it is a plus, here it is a minus. I see here it is a plus, here it is a minus. And then here it is a minus, here it is a plus. So it follows this order. It follows this order. Are you getting it? So this one is root 2 plus root 3. Root 2 minus root 3. So you see this one, A plus B, A minus B, plus minus, okay, then plus minus. So which means I can write these two as like this and this. So you should get this trick here. So down here it will be giving me now. Down here it will be giving me a root 2, okay, then squared, okay, minus root 3 squared. The difference of two squares, then again minus root 5. This one will solve or will simplify first, I think, using the difference of two squares. So this one will be giving me what? It will be giving me 2 minus root 6 plus root 10 out of. Now you see, these roots all go with the squares. They go with the squares like this. So after that, here we are having something like, now we shall have a 2 minus 3, then minus 5. So that you're having something like 2 minus root 6 plus root 10 out of. So what is this? This is, now this one is negative 8 plus 2. You get negative what? Negative 6. So this one is the final answer. So this denominator we have now here, it is rational. So this thing, it is the same as this one we started with, or it is equivalent to this one in the question, but it is having a rational denominator. It is having a rational denominator. The denominator is not having the roots. So that is how we do that number. So you will get some other numbers which we will do for practice.